Have you ever wondered what happens inside the brain of a Buddhist monk during meditation? What if I told you that neuroscience has now proven that meditation literally reshapes your brain at the physical level, creating measurable changes visible on brain scans? Today on the Cellular Wisdom podcast, we're exploring groundbreaking research showing exactly how ancient meditation practices transform the architecture of attention, emotional control, and awareness in the human brain. I'm your host, and we're diving deep into the science that proves meditation isn't just relaxation, it's brain training with lasting structural benefits.
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Welcome back to Cellular Wisdom. I'm your co-host, and today we're discussing research that bridges the gap between ancient Buddhist wisdom and modern neuroscience in ways that could transform how you approach your mental health and well-being. For decades, meditation seemed almost mystical, something spiritual practitioners swore by while mainstream science remained skeptical. But now, thanks to advanced brain imaging technologies like fMRI and EEG, we have concrete evidence of what's actually happening inside the meditating brain. The monks aren't just feeling better, their brains are physically different.
The research we're discussing today involved experienced Buddhist monks, some with over 10,000 hours of meditation practice. These aren't people who meditate for 10 minutes before bed. We're talking about serious practitioners who have dedicated their lives to understanding consciousness through direct experience. When researchers placed these monks in brain imaging machines and asked them to meditate, something remarkable appeared on the scans. The brains of long-term meditators show sustained gamma wave activity, which is a specific type of brainwave pattern associated with heightened awareness and peak cognitive function.
This is actually quite significant from a neurological standpoint. Gamma waves are the fastest brainwave frequency, and they're typically associated with moments of insight, peak performance, and deep learning. What the research showed is that experienced meditators could sustain this gamma activity consistently, almost like they had trained their brains to maintain that peak state. It's the neurological equivalent of an athlete who's conditioned their body to perform at high levels. The monks weren't just accessing this state occasionally, they could maintain it.
Beyond the gamma waves, structural changes were evident throughout the brain. The prefrontal cortex, which is the region responsible for executive function, decision-making, and impulse control, was noticeably thicker in long-term meditators compared to control groups. Imagine your prefrontal cortex as the part of your brain that keeps you grounded, rational, and in control of your impulses. When you develop a thicker prefrontal cortex through meditation practice, you're literally building more neuronal tissue in the regions that support emotional regulation and thoughtful decision-making.
The connectivity between different brain regions also improves significantly. Think of your brain as a network of cities and neural pathways as the highways connecting them. In meditators, these highways became stronger and more efficient. The different regions of the brain communicate better with one another, which allows for more integrated processing. This enhanced connectivity supports better coordination between the parts of your brain responsible for attention, emotional processing, and self-awareness. It's like upgrading your entire neural communication infrastructure.
One of the most fascinating findings relates to something called the default mode network. This is the brain system that activates when you're not focused on anything specific. It's responsible for mind wandering, rumination, and that sense of a busy monkey mind that keeps us trapped in unproductive thought patterns. In the brains of experienced meditators, the default mode network showed significantly reduced activity. These practitioners had essentially trained their brains to turn down the internal chatter that keeps most people caught in cycles of worry and distraction.
What's particularly important for listeners to understand is that you don't need 10,000 hours of meditation to see these benefits. The research included beginners too. And even after 8 weeks of regular meditation practice, newcomers demonstrated measurable changes in brain structure and function. 8 weeks. That's just 2 months of consistent practice. So if someone is sitting at home thinking that meditation requires decades of commitment before they see any benefits, the neuroscience tells a different story. Your brain responds to meditation remarkably quickly. This is genuinely transformative information because it removes one of the biggest barriers to practice, which is the belief that results require years of dedicated effort. The evidence shows that's simply not true.
Different types of meditation activate different neural networks, which is an important distinction. Focused attention, meditation, where you concentrate on a single object like your breath, activates and strengthens different pathways than open monitoring meditation, where you observe your thoughts without trying to control them. Loving kindness meditation, which involves cultivating feelings of compassion for yourself and others, engages different brain regions again, particularly those involved in emotional regulation and empathy. So the type of meditation you choose actually matters in terms of which brain networks you're training. This means that depending on what you want to develop, better concentration, emotional resilience, or deeper compassion, you can choose a meditation style that targets those specific neural systems. It's not that one form is better than another, it's that they train different capacities.
Dr. Mercola has always emphasized that true health is about working with your body's natural systems, not against them. When you understand that meditation is literally training your brain to function better, it becomes clear why Dr. Mercola advocates for meditation as a cornerstone of a comprehensive health strategy. It's not about mysticism or belief systems. It's about engaging a natural biological process that your brain is designed to respond to, and the benefits extend far beyond attention and awareness.
The physiological benefits are substantial and well documented. Regular meditation practice reduces cortisol, which is your primary stress hormone. High cortisol over extended periods damages your immune system, disrupts sleep, contributes to inflammation, and accelerates aging. When you meditate, you're actively turning down your stress response system. Meditation also improves heart rate variability, which is a sophisticated measure of your autonomic nervous system's flexibility. Higher heart rate variability indicates a healthier, more resilient cardiovascular system that can adapt to different demands.
The immune benefits are also significant. When you reduce stress hormones and activate your parasympathetic nervous system through meditation, your immune function improves. Your body can allocate resources toward maintenance and healing instead of constantly maintaining a state of high alert. Sleep quality improves as well. Many people who struggle with insomnia find that a meditation practice helps them transition more smoothly into sleep and maintain deeper, more restorative sleep stages. All of these benefits are downstream effects of what's happening neurologically in the meditating brain.
Now, we often hear about meditation in ways that make it seem complicated or inaccessible. People think they need to sit for hours or achieve some special state. But the practical guidance from the research is simple and encouraging. Start with just 5 to 10 minutes daily. That's it. Most people can carve out 5 minutes from their day. The consistency matters far more than the duration. One 20-minute meditation session is fine, but daily 5-minute practice is better, because consistency drives neurological adaptation. Your brain responds to what you ask it to do regularly. Think of it like physical exercise. A small amount done consistently produces better results than sporadic, intense sessions. Your neurobiology adapts to regular stimulus, and that consistent stimulus is what produces the lasting structural changes we see in the brain scans.
For beginners, breathing-focused meditation is the most accessible entry point. You simply sit in a comfortable position, direct your attention to your breath, and whenever you notice your mind wandering, which it will, and that's completely normal, you gently return your attention to the breath. That's the entire practice. You don't need to empty your mind. You don't need to achieve any special state. Each time you notice your mind has wandered and you bring it back, you're doing the training. That is the meditation. The strengthening of your attention happens through that process of noticing and returning. Many beginners feel discouraged because they think they're failing at meditation when their minds wander, but the opposite is true. The mind wandering is the setup for the training. Each time you bring your attention back, you're doing a repetition, just like a bicep curl for your prefrontal cortex. The wandering mind is where the work happens.
The beauty of this research is that it validates what meditation practitioners have experienced for thousands of years. Ancient Buddhist teachers didn't have fMRI machines, but they understood that meditation reshapes consciousness and perception. Now we have the scientific tools to see exactly how it does that. It's a convergence of ancient wisdom and modern neuroscience, and the evidence is compelling. Your brain isn't a fixed structure. It's plastic. It changes in response to what you practice. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools available for deliberately reshaping your brain toward greater health, resilience, and awareness.
If you've been thinking about starting a meditation practice, or if you tried it once and found it difficult, this research offers encouragement. The changes happen relatively quickly. Your brain is ready to respond. The only real requirement is consistent practice, even in small doses. Dr. Mercola's approach to health has always centered on supporting your body's natural capacities rather than fighting against them. Meditation is a perfect expression of that principle. You're not taking a pill. You're not imposing something external. You're simply training your brain to do what it's designed to do.
The research on monks and meditation also highlights something profound about human potential. We often think of our brains and minds as relatively fixed, but the neuroplasticity revealed in these studies shows that isn't true. You have the power to reshape your own brain structure through your daily practice. That's remarkable. It means you're not stuck with your current attention span, your current stress level, or your current emotional patterns. Through dedicated practice, all of that can change. And the change is happening at the neurological level. You're not just feeling differently, your brain is actually different. This is empowering because it means your past patterns don't determine your future. Neuroplasticity is the biological foundation for genuine change. The monks in these studies demonstrate what becomes possible when you work with your brain's natural capacity for adaptation and growth.
As you go through your day, you might find yourself in situations that typically trigger stress, distraction, or emotional reactivity. With a consistent meditation practice, you'll notice changes. You'll have slightly more space between your impulse and your response. Your attention will be more stable. Your emotions will be less volatile. These changes accumulate gradually. Then one day you realize you're fundamentally different in how you relate to your experience. That's the living experience of neuroplasticity. That's your brain being trained through practice.
The invitation from this research is clear. Meditation isn't a luxury or something reserved for spiritual seekers. It's a practical health intervention with measurable effects on brain structure and function. Your brain is designed to change in response to practice. Meditation is a tool that harnesses that capacity. Whether your goal is stress reduction, emotional regulation, better sleep, stronger immunity, or simply greater clarity and awareness, meditation addresses the root causes by training your brain at the neurological level. Start small. Be consistent. Let your brain do what it's designed to do.
Thank you for joining us on the Cellular Wisdom Podcast. The research on meditation and the brain demonstrates once again that your body and brain have remarkable inherent capacities for healing and optimization. All you need to do is engage those capacities through consistent practice. Dr. Mercola continues to advocate for approaches that align with your body's natural systems, and meditation is one of the most powerful such tools available. You can read the full article at Mercola.com.
Looking for trusted health wisdom you can hold in your hands? Discover the life-changing books of Dr. Mercola at joyhousepublishing.com. These titles bring decades of natural health research into practical steps for better energy, stronger immunity, and clearer thinking. Take charge of your health with guidance rooted in science and experience. Visit joyhousepublishing.com now and claim your bonuses while they are available.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.